It wasn't LeBron's block. It wasn't Kyrie's shot. It wasn't even Game 7. The moment that changed the 2016 NBA Finals came before any of that, and almost no one saw it coming. Let's rewind. The 2015-16 Golden State Warriors were unlike anything we'd ever seen. They danced, they dazzled, they dominated. Finishing the regular season with a record-breaking 73 wins, they didn't just beat teams, they broke them. Steph Curry was the unanimous MVP, pulling up from half court like it was a free throw. Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, Andre Iguodala, they were a machine. A flawless, terrifying, historic machine. Meanwhile, the Cleveland Cavaliers had unfinished business. The 2015 Finals left a bad taste. LeBron had carried a broken team as far as he could. No Kyrie, no Kevin Love. But this time, the big three were healthy, hungry, focused, and they weren't just facing a team, they were facing history. The finals began like a nightmare for Cleveland. Golden State won Game 1, then Game 2 blowouts. Embarrassing, the Cavs looked overmatched. Their offense stalled, their defense collapsed, and LeBron looked exhausted. The Warriors were 2 wins away from ending the series and capping off the greatest season ever. But then something shifted. Game 3 belonged to Cleveland, a statement. Win, they weren't dead yet. Still, Game 4 was crucial. The Warriors were up 2-1, but a win in Cleveland would put them at 3-1. A death sentence for almost any team, and that's when the moment happened. Not the shot. Not the block. It was Draymond Green. More specifically, it was what he did and what happened next. Late in Game 4, with emotions running high, Draymond Green got tangled with LeBron James. They exchanged words, then it escalated. LeBron stepped over Green, disrespectful no doubt, but Draymond snapped. He swung his arm upward, catching LeBron below the belt. It didn't seem like much at first. No ejection, no flagrant. But the NBA was watching, and more importantly, so was the league office. Green had been walking on thin ice all postseason, technical after technical, flagrant after flagrant. The league reviewed the play and decided Draymond Green would be suspended for Game 5. That's it. That was the moment. It didn't make the front page at first. Some called it fair, others called it soft, but what it really was seismic. Draymond was the heartbeat of that Warriors team, their defensive anchor, their emotional leader. Without him, they weren't just missing a player, they were missing their edge. Game 5 was in Oakland. The Warriors had a chance to win the championship on their home floor. But now, no Draymond. And Cleveland smelled blood. LeBron and Kyrie went nuclear. Both scored 41 points. No one had ever seen teammates do that in a finals game. The Warriors couldn't contain them. The Cavs won. 3-2, momentum was shifting. Game 6, back in Cleveland, Draymond was back, but now Andrew Bogut was out with a knee. Injury, another crack. LeBron again dropped 41, another win, 3-3, and then Game 7. The block, the shot, the stop. But none of it happens without that suspension. Without that one moment in Game 4. The Warriors had everything until they lost. Draymond. That one-game absence unraveled their rhythm, cracked their confidence, and gave LeBron the smallest opening. He took it. That's why the 2016 NBA Finals didn't change in Game 7. They changed when Draymond Green let his emotions win. When the league made the call. When the Warriors, on top of the world, suddenly looked vulnerable. After Draymond Green's suspension, everything started to feel different. The Warriors were still the favorites. They still had Steph, still had Klay, still had home court, but something had been broken, and not just in their lineup. It was momentum. The Golden State had controlled the pace, the attitude, and the rhythm of the series. They were loud, loose, confident. But once Draymond was sidelined for Game 5, that confidence cracked. Suddenly, it was LeBron who looked untouchable. Suddenly, the Cavaliers were the ones dictating the terms. LeBron James smelled blood in the water, and when that happens, there's no going back. Game 5 was LeBron's turning point. Up until then, he'd been great, but from that moment on, he was legendary. He stormed into Oracle Arena like a man on a mission. And beside him, Kyrie Irving rose to the occasion like never before. They didn't just beat the Warriors, they torched them. It was the kind of performance that silences a crowd, that shifts energy across an entire league. Steph Curry couldn't get it going. He looked rushed, off balance, pressured. Without Draymond protecting the rim and setting the tone, the Warriors' defense collapsed. They looked human, and this wasn't just about basketball. It was psychological. That Game 5 loss wasn't just a scoreboard hit, it was a mental blow. For the first time all season, doubt crept into the Warriors' minds. That aura of invincibility they carried all year? Gone. Then came Game 6, and the Warriors weren't just facing the Cavaliers, they were facing the weight of expectations. The pressure of 73 wins, the legacy, and Cleveland, now fully alive, took advantage. The Cavs blew the doors open. Another 41-point night from LeBron, another win, a 3-1 lead, gone. Now Game 7 was no longer a coronation. It was a crisis. Oracle Arena. June 19th, 2016, the most anticipated Game 7 in years. Two teams, two legacies,